Coming up next on Main Street, the summertime munchies. We're going to cook up some mussels, chomp into some Caesar salad, and we're also going to crack open some more of that great watermelon.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships.
How come you're not at the beach, Don?
Winter.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I mean it's winter.
Okay, thanks. How's the show going, Karen?
It's going great.
You look nice.
You seen all the people in there?
Not yet, I will. Let me see your legs.
There's no...
Whoa. And those are real, aren't they?
Yes, they're mine. I didn't even have to pay nothing for them.
Bye. How's it going, Donna?
How am I going to give away the t-shirts? What criteria am I going to use? I think we got to give, if that man and his little girl are here, we'll give it to the first visitor in. See, I didn't have any idea.
Okay, just let me think for a second.
Maybe if you could get everybody to, is there anything that could fill their names out on all of them and put them in a...
Yeah, we have those winter radio
That would be great.
but they're
Just
not
let them
radio.
know it doesn't say Winter Radio. And we'll just draw for 4 t-shirts. Just get them to sign it and put it in a...
Okay. Would you like to pass some balloons out to the
How's it going, Donna?
Great.
Outside the mix, you got the ketchup, Tabasco, the condiments, you got the mustard and relish.
She's going to talk to the...
You're gonna learn how to cook. Just lay up and cook it in the great outdoors. Stuff. You don't wash the floors. You have to invite all of your friends.
That's 5:15, is that right?
Yes.
Commission to be replaced by a new elected board. Last fall, they were asked if they wanted to get rid of the commission and if they wanted a new board. The National Farmers Union didn't like the way the plebiscite was held. It argued that the National Product Marketing Council went beyond its council acted beyond its powers.
Don't you dare.
This
is why he asked us to do this.
The national president of the NFU is pleased with the court decision. Wayne Easter says the NFU expected the decision to go its way.
What we have here is a case of which
Good, Karen.
some regulatory bodies have went beyond the bounds of the law in terms of the things that they wanted to do. And we think they had to be challenged, and we as an organization challenged them because the laws are set.
Joseph Godin is the president of the PEI Marketing Council. He didn't want to comment on the decision until he met with board chairman Paul Jelly. He'll be meeting with Jelly this afternoon. 4 Kings County residents will be going to trial in connection with the theft of a tractor trailer full of fish food. In December, 25 tons of fish food were taken from the marine harvesting plant in Georgetown. Mary Grant is an owner of the Cardigan feed mill. Many islanders were planning to fly south for March break, but their vacations were put on hold when the American airline went into receivership last week. The airline was giving refunds, but people couldn't find space on other flights. Everything was booked. Gary Rayner found the solution. He's the general manager of Island and Intra Travel. He chartered a 100-seat jet plane to get islanders to Florida. He says it was the only way to get people there.
The problem with this particular case is that it's...
That's a perfect story for our beach party.
That's right. Sunny South. They're going to the real beach.
I know. Well, things are really heating up in here. I was just about to ask you how your sunblock is holding out.
It's sort of breaking down. This really reminds me of our week at Old Home Week. All the noises and distractions while we're doing our job and the heat. It's great.
It reminds me of the Old Home Week last summer. Well, it's now 23.5 minutes before 5 o'clock on our Main Street Beach Party, and I've got a very special guest to say hello to, Sterling McRae from Brookfield.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
So you decided to come out to our beach party today? How come?
I was at a farmer's meeting and I listen to you on the radio when I'm doing milking all the time, so I thought this time I came to see you.
Well, isn't that nice? Pleasure to meet you there, Sterling. Have you managed to have some of our food?
Oh, it's great. And the mussels are good too.
That's great. We'll have some more before you leave.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Sterling.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to find out what's happening with the weather scene across Prince Edward Island now, and standing by at our weather office in downtown Charlottetown is Chris Brennan. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Holly.
How you doing?
Not too bad at all. Probably not having as much fun as you, but that goes without saying, doesn't it?
We are just having a fabulous time, and I couldn't think of a better day. When I woke up this morning and I felt how mild it was, I thought it was perfect for a beach party, and it has been sort of a record high today.
Well, we pulled out all the stops for you, Holly. We got a nice warm. We got up to 8 degrees this past hour, and that's as warm as it's been since back in late November. I did some quick counting, and that's 106 days in this warm. How's that for service?
Holy moly, 106 days. I'd say that's a record. That's great. How about we give a round of applause to the weather, everybody? Woo! Yeah, send money, okay. Anyway, listen, are these clear skies going to hold out for tonight?
Looks like we'll pick up a little bit of sunshine for the next couple of hours, but it's going to be short-lived. There's system to the west, mostly cloudy skies for this evening, and there has been a fair bit of shower activity back through New Brunswick, so there might be a sprinkle this evening. I don't think we'll see anything too major in the way of precipitation. Winds look like they'll continue quite brisk from the south overnight tonight, around 40 kilometers per hour, but temperature should remain above.
Why did you guys turn the heat up so high?
So nothing should be freezing up tonight. Early tomorrow morning, they are expecting a cold front to pass through, and the winds will come around to the northwest, and temperatures lower through the day tomorrow to about -1 by the afternoon. But as those temperatures lower, the sky should clear out again, so some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon with those northwest winds. And headed into Friday, it looks like another disturbance will be headed our way, so the clouds moving into Friday, so a few flurries, and these will put the temperatures in perspective in Orlando, Florida is 27 degrees and sunny, Barbados is 29 degrees and sunny.
What's in the punch there, Karen?
Nothing naughty. There's enough for you now, huh, little guy?
Your next crossing with Marine Atlantic is at 5:30 today. Wonderful day for sailing, and if you can't make the 5:30, the boats will go at 7.
Gee, that sun's hot today, isn't it?
Where are your shorts, Pat?
Underneath my pants.
How about that? It's not as difficult. Right now, our Community Relations Officer, Bill Rader, has joined me in our Main Street Beach Party studio, complete with visor and Main Street t-shirt. And Wendy, what are you going to do for us?
Well, we're going to have a little draw here, Holly. We're going to draw for a t-shirt and a hat. I think we'll do another draw for the same things later on in the show. And I've asked Janet Dixon, who works here at CBC with us, to reach her hand into our CBC tote bag and pick out one only, just one only little piece of paper ballot. Janet, there you go. And let's take a look at the name. Can you read that, Holly?
That's Trudy Wood from Bunbury.
Is Trudy here?
Perhaps Trudy's had her salad on.
Trudy's here?
There she is.
Okay.
Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Trudy. There's your Main Street t-shirt and your CBC hat. Thanks. You're very welcome. Well, stay tuned to Main Street. We'll be giving away some more t-shirts and paraphernalia coming up later on in Main Street's beach party, so please stay tuned. We'll have that ride on the mechanical surfboard coming up after we hear about those endless summer nights from Richard Marks.
Okay, next time we'll do a hat next time. Great, thank you very much.
And why don't you pretend you're doing rock and roll for a jock, Rennie? Why don't you pretend you're doing rock and roll for a jock?
Your beach outfit, dear. It's very nice, summery looking. Sally? Give us a smile. That's the least you can do. There. Nice party, eh? Boy, it's hot in there.
How hot is it?
Hot. Okay, see ya.
See you, Pat. Do you want to be like one of those Tide commercials? Oh, Pat, go away, okay? Leave me alone.
Suzanne, are you going to go in and do your sports in there?
Yes, I am,
Oh,
Pat.
good. That is going to be good, yes.
In my beach outfit.
In your winter outfit.
That's what I usually wear to the beach.
Do you?
Like my tan?
You won't get charged for exposing yourself.
No, I won't. I do have short socks.
Not like Margot there. Ooh. It's amazing what a camera and a woman getting together, what they like to do, eh? Do you have your story ready for tomorrow, Margot?
Well, I don't...
You don't know.
We line up everybody and they're going to cancel the whole show.
Oh, baby cut, okay.
Yeah. Listen, there's a man bringing in a strawberry plant for me with a real strawberry. Oh my God.
Whatever possessed you to get into this kind of business anyway?
Well, I have a bar stand-up, I guess, and
sometime this half hour.
I also do windsurfing on the stand-up, so this is just sort of a natural, I guess, when do you do
after the item? Yeah, I'm going to hit it hard after the item and after the extra. My extra. Oh, you have a lot of extra? I have an extra.
You could go right to it if you want. Because what it is it's Jerry all saying, okay, I'll do that. Then I've left you like I've left you like 5 seconds of surfboard sounds. You could go right to the disc.
Oh, okay, we'll go right to the disc. After the disc, you do 2 draws. Okay. Or a draw for 2 items, whatever the case may be. And then we'll go to then we'll go to national sports, and we'll probably just even.
Is it a lot of fun, or is it
keep the sounds up under national sports? And is Suzanne here, or is she on cart?
She's out there. She said she will be coming in.
Hi guys, come on in. The beach party's in there. Just follow the sand.
Is there people from Chevy's here somewhere?
Yes, there are. Yeah, I know what you're looking for. Yeah, they're there.
Okay, so items,
yes, song, draw.
Now, Greg, you actually said something.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Did you look at that? We're trying.
No, we've got enough. Put it down. Let's go.
Get over there.
Red hot right out of the pot, island blue, cultured mussels, sweetest meat you'll ever eat, high in protein, low in fat, there's no cholesterol at all.
Okay, let's try.
No sand or grit to break your teeth, no dentist bill to pay, oh. Look at the size of those mussels, the best mussels in the world, in the whole wide world.
Thank you. Big smile there. Smile, smile, smile.
Rebecca, can you smile?
Try them before they're gone. This is the last pot today at the beach party. The last pot today at the beach party.
Come on, let's get the guys from Chevy's up here. Come on, show us how it's really done, you guys.
We don't dance
Chevy's?
We're not as good as they are at Chevy's, but what is it they do? Oh, I should take my headphones off and put my visor on. How do you do it, girls? 1. Yeah. I don't think we're coordinated enough. That's the Beach Boys with Surfin' Safari at 6.5 minutes before 5 o'clock. You're listening to the Main Street Beach Party, and people are wafting through. And Wendy Ader, our Community Relations Officer, you have another T-shirt and visor to draw for.
I sure do, Holly. We just couldn't decide who had the best beach outfit, so we decided to fill out the ballots instead. And Janet is coming over to my side again. She knows her role in this. Janet, would you reach your hand in and pick out 2, not 1 this time, but 2. 1 is for a peach-colored Main Street T-shirt. That'll be the first name, and that is Kay McKay from New London. Is that person here?
Kay McKay from New London. Is she perhaps out in the control room there? We'll see if we can find her. Or oh, I see. K as in K period McKay.
Right. And the hat is won by Isabel McDougall at Palmer's Lane. Is Isabel here?
Isabel McLean of Palmer's. Is that
right? Palmer's Lane.
Isabel McDougall. All right. Well, we'll see if we can track her down. While we're doing that, at 5 minutes before 5 o'clock, it's time for us to find out what's been happening in the national sports scene today. And standing by for us is Mr. Rick Clark.
Is it
cold?
I don't want to wear it.
You have to take it with you. No, you just take the coat with you.
Standing together.
Giving her treats and she won't do her work.
Okay, I need a big smile. Why don't you put your arms around each other? All ready? Say beach party.
Beach party.
Hang on 1 second. I'll talk to you during the national news.
Does that look like you?
Suzanne. I gotta get through here.
Aren't you worried about bringing a baby to the beach, the heat and everything?
It is quite warm.
It is, that's what I
Suzanne wants one of those.
Yeah, not quite yet. Running time. Yeah. Wow. What are you doing? Wow. Are they good?
The International Olympic Committee and the International Amateur Athletic Federation pressure individual countries and federations to clean up the problem.
Meanwhile, Lizajenko says she has received death threats after admitting that she and Ben Johnson had used steroids.
Us into the hockey rink. We've got a few games scheduled for tonight. Is that okay?
That's just fine and dandy. We can't ignore reality too much.
Yes, just a little reality this afternoon. We've got some Island Senior B hockey coming up tonight. The Tignish Aces are in O'Leary to play the Maroons in Senior B action. That game gets underway at 8:30. In high school hockey, the Bluefield Bobcats are in Kensington to play the Torchmen. It's game 4 of their best-of-7 semifinal, and the Bobcats are up 3 games to none. And in the Island Junior Hockey League, the Sherwood Parkdale Metros are hosting the Charlottetown Abbeys. That game gets underway at 7:30 at the Sportsplex. It's game 2 of their semifinal series. The Abbeys won the first game of that series. Now back to not reality with the Main Street Beach Party, and that's a look at what is coming up tonight in Island sports.
Stephen, you can't draw them anymore then. Okay.
And we are wiping out here on the Main Street Beach Party, especially with a little guest like this. Hi, what's your name?
Rennie.
Rennie, and you have got the hottest pair of shades in the room.
Yeah, I guess so.
How old are you?
7.
7. Are you enjoying our beach party?
Yep.
How about your brother? What's your name?
Stephen.
And Stephen, how are those muscles you've got in your hand?
Great.
Great. Well, thanks for coming out. You guys have a great time on our beach party, and we'll see you in our next half hour.
Is it all right if I leave? The sun is just getting to me a bit.
It's not dressed for a beach party. All right, Ivan. Well, thanks for coming
I'm
in.
not used to it.
Gee, you packed up awful quietly. Didn't even notice. Thank you so much for coming in. That was great.
No problem at all. All the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye now.
You've heard of Tommy as in the short for Tommy?
Yeah.
No, just not too many people around called Thomas. Well, his legal name is Reindel.
Okay.
He's named after his Dutch grandfather.
Oh, no, I was just asking because he just said, I said, what's your name? He said Rennie, and I didn't know that was his last name.
Yeah, no, Rennie Tafaf.
Oh, well, no, I won't do the last name. Those, it's Dutch, right?
Yeah.
No, I can't do
most
Dutch.
people say de Graaf, and then, but then when you say it that way, then they end up spelling it wrong.
Sure. Okay, well, thanks for setting me straight anyway.
That's what it is. You've heard of the community near on the river called Rennie River on the road? Nope. Well, there is one.
Okay, now I know.
It's the same spelling.
Okay.
There's also a Rennie River in St. John, Newfoundland, and a Rennie's Mill Road that goes along Rennie River there.
All right.
And there's a Rennie River in Manitoba. His Dutch ancestors came from Manitoba.
Oh.
His father grew up there.
Well, I'm glad I managed to get them on the radio finally. And it's the 5 o'clock news now, so I can take a break and wipe the sweat off my face. Boy, it's really hot in here.
It's going good, Holly.
It is. It's going really well. I'm amazed that we had it. Like, we should have had it in the lobby, I think. You know?
Yeah.
Because it's really close in here. It's almost like.
Put your arms down, please.
Kevin Klein.
Is that the muscles or is that you?
Yeah. And you have been sitting here since before 4 o'clock. You haven't been up dancing once. I'll have to get you up before the end of the show.
Lizajenko says the Canadian Track and Field Association will end with random test
It's pretty hard in here to get it, isn't it? So, Amy, you see many beach parties where you come from?
No, not in
March?
Halifax. Not in March. No way. We had sense.
Be
I
too
didn't
much.
bring any shorts with me to PEI in March. Didn't
Well,
pack
you should
any.
have.
Yeah, definitely.
No, forget that. I'm going to use the wireless and just talk to somebody. You going back at this? I'll be on the wire.
How do I talk to her? She says, am I going
She's
to
got
Mac
her
after this?
headphones on.
No, Eva. Wants to know when we're going to Mac.
Suzanne Stanley.
She doesn't flash you the bird, eh?
Suzanne Stanley.
What's
the
that,
Happy
Dawn?
Newfie.
Is that nice, Don Orchard?
He's a
Got
man.
it on tape now,
He does that
forever.
because his mortgage is paid.
You're the head
he
of the
can afford to do
CRTC.
it.
He's going to haul out that tape.
He can afford to do it. Yeah, when you're hosting the national. They all laugh.
What do they pay?
Actually, you'd be on strike if you were hosting the national.
Oh, there's Mackerel. Listen, Mac's on the air.
Good beach time weather, but Holly, I'm going to tell you something. It's astonishing, absolutely astonishing here in Brackley, because to my right here is a gentleman, a lone gentleman, sitting under a it's a multicolored kind of umbrella here. He's got a beach cooler. He's got a chair. And I don't know what the heck he's doing here. I'm just going to walk over here and see what the heck is going on here in Brackley Beach. How you doing, sir?
Oh, too bad. You from CBC?
What's your name?
Barry.
Barry, what are you doing in Brackley Beach here in March?
I thought it was supposed to be a beach party out here today. It's a great idea. The whole boat come down the street.
You mean the Main Street Beach party you thought was actually at the beach?
Well, that's what I was told. We're talking here. Boy, nice and quiet.
You're the only one here. Didn't it dawn on you the beach party is not here, it's elsewhere?
Nice job. Look at the time.
It's cold here. You're sitting here bare-chested. You just got your swimming trunks on. Aren't you cold?
Look in the cooler.
You got a cooler here. Let's open that thing. That's very good. And you have some of this for Holly Bridges?
Well, I thought she'd get here. Yeah, look, they're not going to find your cooker. See what I got in there?
Got some lobster. Some lobster for Holly Bridges and she's not here?
Chances were good. I was trying.
What do you got here, Sterling?
Yeah.
Let's hear this thing, Holly. Hey, this is fabulous. You got some music too. You were expecting a real beach party here?
Well, I'm always ready for a party, Mac.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. This lobster here, specifically for Holly Bridges, how did you cook it?
Mac, there's a lot of theories about cooking lobster. You get a Coleman stove, you get it to a rolling boil, you fire the lobster in, you boil it till you can pick it up by one of the little legs, and the lobster falls back in the pot. Then it's done.
Look, I don't believe it. There's somebody else coming over here too. Holly, just hold on a second. This is unbelievable. We've got a gentleman here just rolling in. What's your name?
My name's Bob McNeil. I just finished work here at the National Park and I'm looking for the party.
You're looking for the beach party too?
I've got a dozen lobsters here. I've got my own secret recipe to cook them, and there's no one here but Mac, you and I, and this other gentleman that's...
What's wrong with you two men? The beach party's not up here. It's about 2 degrees. I'm cold. You're standing here with a bare chest too. Your bathing trunks on.
It's a beautiful sunny day, Mac. It's a great day for the beach, and there's no crowds, complete privacy.
Well, there's sure no crowds here.
That's for sure, but this is the kind of a day you want to be on the beach.
Barry, how many lobster do you have in that pot?
I got a dozen.
A dozen lobsters.
We got a party here.
That's right. Oh, boy. And how many did you have set aside for the Main Street crew in Holly Bridges?
Well, I don't know. I think we'll just give them the legs now. If they're not going to come to the beach, they don't deserve lobsters.
What are you boys doing putting your shirts on here? A little cold, perhaps?
Listen, Mac,
I find the sun is bad and I don't have any lotion with me.
Boy, Holly, you're the loser up here. We're going to take some of these lobsters right now and have them. They're lobsters originally destined for you, but I'm afraid because you're not here, we're going to have an original PEI beach party.
All right, Mac. Well, I'm very jealous, and I want you to thank those fellas on behalf of me for thinking of me so dearly. But you know, it's mighty sweltering in here, so if they've got some lobsters left over, tell them to bring them on over.
Well, I'll tell you, Holly, it's fun because the beach party's so far away.
There you go.
That's Mac Campbell reporting to us live from Brackley Beach. What a riot, can you imagine? And I wonder if they really did have the lobsters. I suppose I'll never know. It's 22 minutes now past 5 o'clock, and if my headphone cord will reach this far, I'm going to walk across the studio and say a great big hello at 22 minutes past 5 o'clock to some fellas from Chevy's in Charlottetown. I'm just going to pass the mic around and you fellas tell me what your names are.
Michelle Banks. Jill Dixon.
And you know how to have a good time at a party. You fellas dance up a storm at Chevy's. You go back in time and play some great music, and you've got all your choreographed routines down pat. Tell me, what's the best part about your jobs?
The dancing.
The dancing, will you?
And the crowd.
You've brought a song for us today for our Main Street Beach party that you're going to dance to, and for all of our guests here in the studio. So why don't you get in position up here, and feel free to clap along, everybody in the studio, or sing, or do whatever the heck you want to do. Woo! That's the gang from Chevy's dancing to Nobody But Me. Thank you very much for doing that. And I'm just going to get a couple of you to come on over here and talk to me about something very special that we've got in the studio here. Can somebody just hand me that hula hoop over there? That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Michelle and Jill from Chevy's, you both decided to come along with one of your hula hoops today. And one of you is going to sort of talk to me about the hula hoop, and the other one's going to demonstrate it. So, Jill, can you just tell me a little bit about the hula hoop, the sort of background to it, some little bit of information?
Okay, it was, first of all, it was 1958 that it started. Hula hoops were first invented by the Wambo Company.
The Wambo Company.
And in the first 6 months on the market, from 80 to 120 million of these simple plastic hoops sold at just $1.98 each. $1.98 each hoop. And people were just crazy about the new invention, the whole idea, the whole concept of trying to keep plastic hoops revolving around one's waist, like Michelle's doing there.
Is there a specific technique to this, Michelle? You're pretty good at it.
Just keep wiggling.
I was trying to do that before, and it just wound right down around my ankles after one revolution. So what's the trick? Is it in the distance between your feet, or?
I don't know. Everyone has their own way of doing it. I like to put one foot forward and keep my balance, but it can be done with both feet side to side.
That's great. Jill, anything I get any hula hoop tidbits for us?
Well, again in 1967, the hula hoop was revised, and they added ball bearings. I think we've got a marble in ours there today. And
just so it'll make a little bit of noise or whatever.
And then again in 1982, a scent of peppermint powder was added to the hoops, and we haven't been able to find out just why this has been added.
Probably just a little gimmick. Would anyone in the room like to give it a go? I know Anna Cairns had it on a little while ago. Any other people? How about this little fellow over here? Yeah, Rennie. Your name's Rennie, right? Get over here, Rennie. Have I got a challenge for you? And bring your little brother along. But you've already got the hula hoops there.
Yeah, we have the other two.
It's 27 minutes, by the way, past 5 o'clock. You're listening to the Mainstreet Beach Party. And what's your brother's name anyway again?
Steven. Rennie. Well, his name's Steven.
You're Steven. This is Rennie.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Michelle, I want you to judge them on how good they are. Take it away, guys.
That good at it.
Okay, try again.
I only got one. 26.
Hey, Rennie.
Very good.
Last statement.
Great thing.
No, I know.
Okay, we're coming up to the news now. So everybody's real quiet, okay? Okay, we're coming up to the news now, so we need to keep you guys That was great. You got plugged in for Chevy's.
Excuse me.
Getting on now.
The door's on, news is on.
Might not want to.
How you doing, Fred?
Okay, thanks for coming.
That's Harry Belafonte with Day-O, and while I've got the chance, I'd like to thank the folks from Chevy's for coming in and doing that hula hoop demonstration for us, and also thanks to the little people who took part in the demonstration as well. I'm Holly Bridges, and we've still got lots of fun to come on our Main Street Beach Party, so please stay tuned. It's 8 degrees outside of our studios in Charlottetown. It's also 8 in Summerside, and we're heading into some cloudy skies tonight, going down to a low of 2. Your next crossing with Marine Atlantic is at 7 o'clock tonight. The time now on Main Street is 5:30.
Good evening. I'm Karen Mayer. Here's the CBC News. The Minister of Health has tabled a 140-page report on the province's welfare system. The report took more than a year to complete. It makes 67 recommendations to government. Some of them will be acted on right away.
Next year. The report also says there are problems with the system. It says some welfare caseworkers are condescending and hostile toward welfare recipients, mostly because they're overworked. The report recommends hiring enough new people to reduce workers' caseloads by nations. Craig Ainsley, CBC.
Two Charlottetown men have been charged with break, enter, and assault after an attack in the city early this morning. The two men broke into an apartment on Dorchester Street around 1:30. They beat a man who lived there with a baseball bat. The men had a fierce pit bull.
Everything was good.
Yeah.
Would you like to record stocks somewhere else?
Gently together.
Yeah, well,
Boy, the skies should clear out by afternoon. Tomorrow we should see a fair bit of sunshine. On Friday, it looks like another disturbance headed our way. We'll move clouds back in. Chances of flurry activity on Friday, and fairly seasonable temperatures. Daytime highs on Friday only up around 0.
And is it still about 8 degrees outside now?
It's a little cooler on Phoenix Point. It's +3. It is still at +8 mark on both summer sides of Charlottetown. Continues to be breezy with winds out of the south, 40 kilometers per hour. We're seeing some gusts up over 50 here in the Charlottetown area. The barometer is at 100.3 kilopascals. It has begun to drop off fairly quickly.
Thank you very much, Chris, and you have yourself a really nice evening.
And just stay cool at that beach for the rest of the program.
I will. We're having a great time.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye. That's Chris Brennan at Environment Canada. It's 21.5 minutes now before 6 o'clock, and your next crossing is at 7 o'clock with Marine Atlantic, and after that they'll be going at 8:30, 10:30, and finally at 1 o'clock in the morning. Stay with us, because coming up on Main Street in a few minutes, a new season for the beleaguered piping plover. We're going to find out what special treatment the folks at the National Park are planning for the little guys on the beach this year. Right now it is time to draw the final draw on our Main Street Beach Party, and Wendy Ader, our Community Relations Officer, what are we drawing for this final half hour?
We have 2 t-shirts and 1 hat, or I should say a visor, like I'm wearing here today, Holly, and I'm glad I have it on too, because it is very hot and sunny in this room. And I would like to introduce Janet Dixon once again, who has been assisting us today here. She's been here since 4 o'clock, doing a great job drawing the names.
Hi Janet, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's great. Having a great time on our beach party?
Yes.
I noticed you had to take your sweater off too. It was getting so hot in here.
Yes.
That's great. Will you just stand by to pick, what was it, 3 names?
3 names, Holly. And before we draw that, I'd just like to say that one of the names we drew just in the last draw was Isabel McDougall. She wasn't here, but a few minutes later, she and her mother, Isabel is only, I'd say about 4 years old, she and her mother drove all the way back from their home because they heard her name on the radio, and she came back to claim her hat. So she was a very happy little girl. So let's go right now, Janet, if you want to dig your hand in for the first of the last 3 draws. This is for a t-shirt.
Tammy Gillis, Richmond, RR1. That's for the first of our giveaways.
And for the next t-shirt, Janet, if you want to put your hand in for number 2.
This is Pierre Chason from Little York.
And let's go for the last and final draw, which is a CBC sun visor, which will certainly come in handy in the next few months. And the name is
Paulette Hooley of Ambrose Street. I think they've left. I think the Hooleys have left. Well, if you're listening in your car, you've got 20 minutes to get over here. Hey, there's a pretty cool dude over there in the corner. Listen, I don't think my headphones will reach that far, but you come on over here and talk to me.
Okay.
I like those sunglasses of
Do
yours.
you?
Yeah.
That's good.
What's your name again?
Roger Whittaker.
Oh, really? Can you just sing a little beach tune for us there, Roger?
I don't think so. My voice is still in my winter voice, and it'll change probably after the change of the season, and then I'll be able to sing summer songs.
But seriously, folks, you're really...
Really?
Yes, you are really Roger Whittaker.
I am.
Right,
Yep.
Okay. Now, you have got decked out today for our beach party.
Yes,
now,
I did.
I want to
Yes.
thank you for that.
Yeah, well, I thank you for having a beach party. It's my first March beach party that I've ever been to, and it's really good to be here.
That's great. Well, have yourself some more punch and watermelon, and we'll see what we can do for the next 18 minutes or so for the rest of the beach party.
Okay, thank you.
And I want to talk to this gentleman. You've been here since the beginning of the party. Okay, well, you have yourself some more punch, okay? Thank you very much. It's 18 minutes now before 6 o'clock. You're listening to the Main Street Beach Party, and I invite you to drop by our studios. We've got lots of punch and watermelon left. And don't forget, we'll be talking about the beleaguered piping plover coming up right after we hear from Doris Mason and Seashells.
Where's your
This is for my mom.
sunglasses?
Huh?
Where's your sunglasses?
I haven't got them. They're out in the car. I forgot them. Maybe I can borrow a pair. How about these?
All right. Is it Brian Adams or
Pardon me?
Corey Hart or?
Yeah, I think so. Hi, Pat.
Not Doug Allen, is it?
Hi, Pat. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. There's a better one.
I love it. Great. I'm amazed. Like, people have shown up in gear and doing us and hula hoops and dancers, and we had people coming in at like 25 to 4, all dressed up and everything.
How's the water?
It was good last week. I was in.
Once you got through the ice.
Yeah. It took me all day to get through the ice.
Are there any fish at this time of the year?
I was on a job then.
Oh, really? Really working?
Yeah.
You work underwater?
Sometimes, yeah.
Is it hard to breathe in the real air like that?
Not too hard, no.
Really? The Partridge
Yeah.
Family, yeah.
Big crowd here.
That's Doris Mason with Seashells at 5:45, and I can't believe it. We've actually got a scuba diver in here in our studio. He looks either like a scuba diver or one of Men of the Deeps singing behind Rita McNeil, and I'm going to be talking to you in a few minutes. You just have some more of that watermelon. It's 14 minutes before 6 o'clock, and you are listening to the Mainstreet Beach Party, and we've still got lots of fruit punch and watermelon and even a few bits of wilted romaine lettuce left from the Caesar salad, so if you're on your way home from work, please drop by. Well, it certainly seems like a very long process. Every year, the people at the National Park and conservationists on the island work very hard to help the piping plover, and each year the situation gets a little bit better. But the little bird is still on the endangered species list. Phil Michael is with the park, and he's joined me in the studio to give us a piping plover update. And Phil, before we talk about birds, you have to describe your sweatshirt for me.
Well, this is a beach party, so I wore my beach party sweatshirt with dinosaurs partying on the beach.
Day-glow dinosaurs.
Oh yes, very bright and colorful.
They're fluorescent pink and purple and green and blue. It's fabulous. Where did you get it from?
Well, actually, I got it from my wife's shop in Cavendish, a summer beach shop.
That's wonderful. Well, you've got an in, don't you, dear?
That's right.
That's great. Okay, let's talk birds now. When did the piping plover first become endangered?
I believe it was in 1984 they became on the endangered species list. Before that, they were called threatened, which is it's a terminology COSWAC uses to identify animals and plants in trouble in the world. And endangered basically means that the bird will become extinct unless something changes with the population.
How many do we have on the island now?
I'm not sure of the current population in the province, but in the national park, last year we had approximately 22 to 24 pairs of birds, and roughly it's about 50 pairs for the whole province.
That's not very many, is it?
No, it's not very many at all, but when you look at the entire world population, which is only 2,000 pairs, that is a significant number of the world population.
Can you just go through some of the steps that you've made over the last few years to try to save the piping plover?
Well, I think the most important thing we've been doing in the last number of years is monitoring the bird population as closely as possible. We have about 4 summer students coming in middle of April and working right through the summer, watching every bird, every nest, and monitoring the eggs and what happens to them, and keeping track of everything that could possibly go wrong, and also informing the public of the situation. A big part of our program is informing the public, keeping them away from the nesting areas.
Last summer you also did something very interesting. You tried to initiate a rescue program. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, the Warden Service are geared up to try an egg rescue program. They attempted it last year, but the timing was just off a little bit, but they're ready to save the eggs in the nest should a storm arise, and if the nest is almost certain to be washed out, they will then rescue the eggs and put them in an incubator and maintain them until the storm surge dies down, and they can replace the eggs either to the incubator or carry it through to hatching.
What do they do when they remove the eggs, though? Doesn't that sort of confuse the birds?
Well, what we have, we had made special ceramic powder eggs, the exact size, shape, color of the real thing, which would be placed in the nest to sort of confuse the adult bird to think that they're the real egg.
That's great. Well, good luck with it, Phil, and I'm sure all Islanders would like to see the piping plovers preserved, and thanks for telling us what you're doing about it, and if anyone has any questions, they can just give you a call at the park.
Yes, certainly can. Thank you very much, and have a good party.
Thank you very much, and we are having a good time, especially with people like you showing up in clothes like that. That's just great. Phil Michael is with the National Park Service. It's 10 minutes before 6 o'clock, and I'm going to talk to a scuba diver coming up after we hear from the Satellites and Perfect Day. A sort of scuba diver.
Hydroplaning and that kind of thing.
And this is Stan. Stan Campbell.
Thank you.
How are you, Wendy?
I'm fine. I'm just fine. What are you doing today?
I'm a farmer, but I do some diving sometimes.
Trying to give people a contrast, like you just dropped in after work type thing, or?
Well,
You've been out doing what today?
I've been out searching for a tractor motor for my tractor.
Oh, you weren't doing any diving stuff?
No, but I still had the mask in the car from last week.
Is it proper to say scuba?
Well, I am a scuba diver.
I'm sure the terminology. I feel like a wilted flower. That was the Satellites with Perfect Day, and we are having a perfect beach day right here in our studios on University Avenue. We have had between 85 and 100 people drop by today for our beach party, and we have had just a fabulous time. The studios are just beginning to cool off, and one of the stragglers wandered in just a few minutes ago. His name is Stan Sandler. He's from the Murray River area, and he's a farmer and a scuba diver. And I'd like to be able to say he came in today wearing his tanks and everything, but I think your costume, you sort of combined the best of both your professions.
Well, Holly, this is my March beach wear. When I go diving in March, I take my coveralls off and I put my dry suit on top of my clothes. So I'm wearing my March beach wear, actually.
That's some dry suit. How many layers of clothing do you have on?
About 4.
And please describe what you've got on your head.
Just a mask and snorkel. And a hat.
It's
I
wonderful.
take the hat off usually when I'm diving.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you keep that on when you're out on the tractor.
Right.
That's great. Well, now whatever possessed you to come to our beach party today?
I had heard rumors about this spiked punch.
Oh, well, and I think that it's safe to say that was just a rumor.
No comment.
We actually do have a little bit left, don't we? We've got a couple of guests left, so maybe we can make short work of it before the end of the show. How have you enjoyed our beach party in March anyway?
Excellent. I was very thirsty and my thirst is quenched.
That's great. Well, I like the smile on your face. It makes me feel good.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. That's just one of our guests here at our Main Street Beach Party, Stan Sandler from Murray River. It's 4.5 minutes now before 6 o'clock. Your next ferry is sailing at 7 tonight, and then at 8:30 and 10:30, and finally at 1 o'clock in the morning. Our crew is on the way back from Brackley Beach, and they've asked us to tell you that the roads are very watery today with the meltdown we've had on Prince Edward Island, so watch yourself out on the road. You don't want to do any hydroplaning or anything like that, wipe out on the road, so please keep that in mind. It's now 8 degrees outside of our studios in Charlottetown and Summerside, 3 at East Point, a perfect day for a beach party. And we're going to find out what's been happening with today's financial news. And standing by for us at the Toronto Stock Exchange is Mr. Terry Mercury.
Activity was moderate and share prices
Thanks,
ended in
that
a
was
slump
great.
to close the market day here in Toronto.
I have a tape that I just made when I was in Kenya with Farmers Helping Farmers.
Oh, right.
I interviewed a fellow in Anglican guest house in Nairobi. He's the Bishop of Juba. Have you heard of Juba? It's the central town in the southern Sudan where they're fighting.
Oh, okay. Girls here right since before the beach party began. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I want to thank you for coming to our beach party. Have you had a good time?
Yeah, I have.
That's great. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since you've been here right from the start, you can have that beach ball right behind you. And you can bring it out to the beach in July. Thanks for coming out, Elizabeth.
All right, thanks.
And that just about wraps it up for our Main Street Beach Party. I'm Holly Bridges, and thank you so much for listening to the show. If you weren't able to drop by, we hope that you had as much fun out there as we had in here.
Ouch.
The weather forecast for the island tonight is not going to be beach weather tonight, let me tell you. Although the temperatures will be above freezing, we're expecting a low of +1 with a few cloudy skies. And tomorrow it'll be cloudy with a chance of some flurries, continuing mild with highs of 2. Your next boat is at 7. I'm Holly Bridges, and it's time to cool off. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. You can have that beach ball.
Geez, Holly, she was so speechless. A big prize like that. She didn't know what to say.
Thanks, everybody.
Caesar salad dressing. The secret recipe. Garlic, garlic.
So you really performed well in this crowd, and you didn't have to
So
go
how
to.
did you manage to win with the 5:30 news?
You just said, "I'm staying."
Told Fred off in front of Brazil.
Good. I am really hot.
Yeah.
You
did a great job. It was a really good
it's so
show.
hyper. It's so hard to be yourself though,
Yeah.
with all these people around, you know?
Yeah.
It gets so hot.
I think that's Janet's sweater over there.
Anyway, this is Holly Bridges signing off. Thank you, Pat Martell,
You're
for
welcome.
videoing this for us.
You better not charge us for it either, Pat.
Yeah,
or
way to
there'll
get the
be
bill.
hell
And my
to
only
pay.
my only wish is that I had a VHS at home instead of a beta.
Yeah, well.
All I can say is it's called Going Out with a Bang.
Yes,
Yeah, they're gonna
going
really-
out with a bang. And we
Well,
want
what
our
about
producer
me?
Donna to know that we love her.
We
Yeah,
love
that's
her,
right.
and
We're
we'll be
gonna miss
waving at her
her.
from the street tomorrow.
Oh no! And there's no Cupid staff to clean up.
What's that?
Let's just throw
Hey,
it.
someone puked.
Food fight.
Oh, let's just turf it around. I want to
Pat,
cut your
ah.
up, you guys. I can't believe this thing. I just don't believe it, Dougie.
That's all that's left?
This is what's left of that 40-pound watermelon.
Oh my God. Yeah,
40
Carrie's been
pounds,
in
it
the
had
house
to
last
be.
night. It was that long.
What's that smell?
It really made it smell like
Cute.
summer in here.
Oh, Karen.
Watch
Oh,
when
Donna.
when Spike comes in to host the show tomorrow. You.
It smells like someone puked because it's Caesar. What
Yeah.
are you taping
This is
everything we
smell-o-vision. This
say?
has smell-o-vision.
Taste is drop the air, honey, and you just won't stop.
I know
will
I
ya?
can't.
Well, we'll just leave the doors open.
The camera that wouldn't stop.
It followed Holly
Listen, you guys, I
everywhere.
want to introduce you to my friends. This is Janice and Paul Murray.
Hi.
This is
Hi.
Holly.
Nice to
This
meet
is
you.
Karen. This is
Hi.
Pat
Hi.
Martell.
These guys were smiling
Hi.
when we were shopping for my wedding dress.
No, wrong couple. That was Dave and Denise.
My
Pat, can you do
ill-fated
those
wedding
those
dress.
things like they do on TV with those guys when they stick their face right up in front of the
Yeah.
camera like
Yeah.
that?
Ooh, what's
You know,
that?
it's really big.
Stop your
That was so.
I'm gonna kill Max.
That was so.
You were
funny,
great.
Barry.
That was
That was
excellent. You were so funny.
So much
The
food
guy
you guys
was at
took.
Dalvey, eh?
He's like at halfway up. I was
You
going past the
went to
airport.
You went to the
No.
beach, yeah.
Wait, Pat.
Barry, you were
That was
class.
good, Barry. Did you have a script?
Barry, you
No.
missed your calling.
Oh, Barry, that was just too
Hi,
funny.
Shannon.
Where are the lobsters?
What? We ate them.
You really had me believing that there were lobsters there. That's how good it was.
Smells
You guys
pretty
want
good in
some
here, eh,
lunch?
Don?
Yeah, it does actually.
Got it.
So can
Well,
you
I
do
don't
better
have
than
to
this
stay for
tomorrow,
do I?
Don?
Should I? Is it anything to do with the strike?
Well, there'll probably be some mention
Is there
of
anything
it.
I should know about the strike?
You have guests you're trying to leave with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'll tell you
Should I?
about it tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna leave. So you guys are gonna have a show tomorrow?
Uh,
Or do it?
well, of sorts. So
Okay.
We're gonna
I'll
have
worry
a
about my show tomorrow.
yeah, you're in good. Don't worry
Those
about
are mine.
it. Okay?
Donna?
They've got plans.
we're gonna have a clean up
not
your
to-
beach
not to
party
let
mess
it
show
here?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's tomorrow.
Oh well, so what
Barry,
we're
you
gonna
guys are
do?
great.
Hold on and get like laid off?
No. They have
No,
a
you'll
policy.
just
They don't
play
do that,
cards.
Donna. They don't do that.
You'll play cards.
It's a policy they have. They never do that. They don't lay off people in a labor dispute.
Oh, they better not.
So.
We didn't do our frigging barter.
We
didn't
didn't,
do our
John,
trading
we just
contest.
did not have time to do it this
I
afternoon.
don't think we'll ever hear that contest again.
Let's see.
If it's a 2-month strike, it's all
Oh
over.
yeah, what am I talking about? I forget that we're off the air.
Sue.
Well, I'll be listening for Spike tomorrow.
So then come up, give me a call, John.
Okay, you want to
again,
sign
Barry.
off?
So
Very
5:15, Barry?
You were excellent.
5:15.
We'll let Don sign off, okay?
And that's it for this year from FM 96.
So see you later.
Bye.
Excuse me, dear.